Hello again. The SharkC64 compiler version 2.0 has now been released. It has a whole new integrated development environment that has been completely rewritten. Let's have a look. To download the SharkC64 compiler, open the GitHub page. The link is in the description. Here, click the latest release. It opens a page where you can find the SharkC64 jar file. Click the file to download it. In principle, you can open the SharkC64 development environment by double-clicking the jar file. This behavior may depend on your operating system. So this is what the previous development environment looked like. It served its purpose as a simple proof of concept. Now it was time to refine the development environment to have a more user-friendly user interface. And this is what it looks like now. You can immediately see the biggest change, which is that you can now resize the window. The other obvious change is that there are now proper menus. I'm using a Mac, so the menu is always at the top of the screen. In Windows, the menu is attached to the SharkC64 application window. So now you can find the standard file and edit menus along with the compiler and help menus. When you open the integrated development environment, it shows the home directory in the project tab. You can set the home directory from the file menu. The SharkC64 examples are no longer bundled with the development environment. Instead, you can download them from the Help menu. When you click an example, a short description is shown below the list of examples. Let's download the example number 10. When you download an example, it is automatically saved to the home directory. Moreover, the development environment creates a transient project around the example. This means that the development environment considers the example as a one-module project. Let's compile the example. It is good to go. To run the example, you need to set the emulator. It can be done here in the compiler menu. Now we can run the project from the compiler menu. Suppose the source code has some compiler errors. Then if you try to run, build or compile it, the errors are shown in the compiler tab. By clicking an error, you get to see where it is in the source code. You can then fix it. Let's revert all the changes and recompile the module. Now the example compiles successfully again. Let's close the module and download another example. Example 11b. This example uses other modules, so it makes sense to persist this project. You can do that from the File menu by selecting the Persist Project item. The development environment has now created a persistent project for the example module. You can see from the example that it uses other modules. Let's download the missing modules Color, Screen and Block. As we download the modules, the development environment automatically includes them to the project. So now we have all the modules needed by the example. You can switch between the modules either in the editor view or in the project tab. We can also close and reopen the modules. Let's run the example. You can also close the entire project from the File menu. and then you can reopen it as well. There is one more thing that has been improved. It is the find and replace functionality. If you select the find item from the edit menu, a find field is shown at the bottom of the editor. You can then type in the text that you want to find and use the arrow buttons to browse through the occurrences. If you wish to replace these in the module, you can select the replace menu item in the edit menu. Then a replacement field is shown below the find field. You can type in the replacement text. If you wish to replace only a single occurrence, you can do that by clicking the One button. If you click the All button, all occurrences get replaced at once. The replace action can of course be undone. The replacement and find fields can then be closed by clicking the corresponding Close button. So that is what the new and improved development environment looks like. I'm happy how well it works. It also has a modern feel to it. Next, I will be improving design support for the projects. Until then, thanks for stopping by and see you soon!